Hi guys. I don't even know if I'm recording yet. I'm gonna wait and see who hops on. I'm, according to my Fitbit, a minute early. But I hope that some of you are gonna be able to join me this morning. I'm just gonna sit here and fidget with my watch until I get some people on here with me. I was trying to change the camera angle, but I think it's fine. It's fine. If you can see me, then we're good to go. I hope that you can hear me as well. I had somebody say they couldn't hear me. I'm trying to talk a little bit louder. There's a thunderstorm here right now, so I have all the lights on because it's so dark outside. Hi, guys. And I did a survey a couple of days ago on the community page of my page and asked what you guys would like for me to read on and what you want me to be talking about. Do you want me to do twin flames? Do you want me to do more spiritual stuff? And an overwhelming number of you said, keep up with the royals, keep doing the royal readings. And I hear you, and I will do that. I do want to say, though, that talking about these things that feel kind of heavy and negative kind of brings me down. It makes me tired too. So I'm not going to do it as much. I'm definitely not one of those readers that wants to get on daily and talk about Harry and Meghan. It's just not good for my energy. I understand that other readers are fine with it, and maybe because there's some detachment there, and maybe because they cleanse their energy, but for me personally, it's not something I want to do all the time. So I will probably stick in some other things. I had somebody comment too and say that for them personally, watching my channel when it's all royal readings was not feeling healthy or not feeling like a good choice. And that's fine too. Like, I'm not insulted at all if you have to sort of click off of me for a while or go away from the royal stuff for a while. I would actually recommend that because, where focus goes, energy flows. I don't want my energy to be flowing all to this negative and drama type stuff, True crime. I've had people ask me some things like missing children and things like that. I don't like to get involved with those things for obvious reasons. The energies can be kind of dark there, and I run the risk of getting into trouble if I'm trying to make a prediction about where a person is or what happened to them. So I would want to be careful with that. I understand that it's interesting, but for me it's sort of a precarious tiptoe situation, but I'll look into it. I want to do what you guys want to do and things that are interesting. Maybe if the cases are like 50 years old and there's nobody that I could hurt by reading on it, does that make sense? I might look into that, or you guys can send me suggestions. But good morning. I'm happy that you're here, or good afternoon or good evening. I don't know what time it is where you are. These are my blue light glasses. I don't know if I've had these on during a reading yet, but they make me feel a little more confident because some of you know I have some issues going on right now around my eye area. My brother says they totally don't work. They're a scam, but I'm trying them out and I like them. So they're on me for today. So what do you guys want to know about when it comes to Harry and Meghan? I don't have an agenda today. I don't have like a list of questions. I do have, somebody was so kind and sent me this list of the natal signs for like the whole royal family, even the ones I have not heard of. So I do have that in front of me. If you hear me rustling papers around, it's because I might be looking at that, because I don't know off the top of my head everybody's sign who's in the royal family. So I do have that with me today, and thank you. I don't remember who that was that sent that to me, but thank you. I'm grateful to have that. It's been a while ago, but I just put it up here today and I'm thankful for that. All right. So do you have questions about Harry and Meghan, about what's going on with them, about anything like that? I have not been following. I've been doing other things. It's been raining here for like 600 days. And we had a sunny day the other day, so we took the family outside and kind of stayed away from all this stuff. Crystals and their meaning. Yeah, that's one of the things I do want to talk about. I have a small little collection that's steadily growing, and you can definitely, especially if you're sensitive like we've talked about, you can feel the energy of certain stones. And for me, some of them are masculine feeling and some are feminine feeling, and I do feel a special connection to my birthstone, and some of you probably do as well. I love moonstone. It's one of my favorites as well. I think I will. I'll do a video on that if you want me to. Was Meghan pregnant? Wait. Was Meghan pregnant with one of her eggs and lost the child? So did Meghan have a miscarriage? Is that what I'm asking? Was Meghan pregnant at any time and lost the baby? Did Meghan have a miscarriage while together with Harry? What can you tell me about that? Did Meghan Markle lose a child? So I have 6 of Wands that comes out. That's a victory. Heroes welcome. For me, sometimes with Harry and Meghan, that's about their wedding and that grand ride in the carriage. The Moon card, deception, illusion, secrets, dreams, card of Pisces. Star in the reverse. So it feels like no. I'll clarify in a moment with another deck, but it feels like no. I'm going to hold these up for you. And I'll tell you why I think so. This feels like it was all a show. I really wanted to be celebrated. So then there were secret things that had to be done, or there are things that are still a secret that you, the general public, don't know about. And then this card here, it is the card of Aquarius. It is on its head. The Star card for me can represent healing. It can also represent vulnerability, allowing yourself to be open and be vulnerable. And when it's in the reverse like that, it just feels like being closed off, like it was never an option. And I will say that for me personally, I always intuitively felt like Meghan was infertile, and I said that previously on videos. So I don't think it was possible for her, but I will still clarify. And I'm using the Wild Unknown deck to clarify. What is the Star in reverse, please? What is the Star in reverse? Some of you have said that you felt the same way. Some people have other very interesting theories about possible sexuality. There would be a reason why babies were not in the cards. I have the Chariot. Swift movement. I feel like this, in this case, it feels like impatience. It feels kind of like stomping your foot. It feels, with the Star in reverse, this feels like there was a plan from the get-go. There was, you know, I wanted to be seen a certain way, wanted to be celebrated. There were plans, there were meetings, there were things done in secret. And I didn't want to be vulnerable, or possibly wasn't able to have kids, is what I think. And then with the Chariot card, it feels like I need to get to a certain point, and I need to get there pretty quickly. So, you know, I can't sit around and wait for the baby thing. Let me pull one more. Father of Wands, King of Wands. So this feels like excuse me, a manipulator. I know sometimes King of Cups is manipulator, but in this deck it's a snake, and the snake is being charmed. So I would get a snake charmer kind of vibe. Fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius could be Meghan's energy because she's a Leo. This we've talked about before too. This cobra, it's mesmerizing to look at, but it will bite. And again, I'm getting a swiftness because I have the I have that lightning bolt there. So I feel like I've got to get this done. I've got to get this done quickly. So there was already, I feel like, some secret plan in place at the wedding. If this card represents them going through the street and presenting her as Harry's wife to the people, there were already some secrets, there are already some things hidden at that time. Okay. What about Archie? Will the truth come out? Let me ask that. Oh, Met Gala is an interesting one. I'll ask that one too. Will the truth about Archie be revealed? Queen of Cups in reverse. Queen of Cups a lot of times comes out for me as Princess Diana's energy, but let me just see what else I get. Page of Pentacles in reverse. I'll hold these up in just a moment for you. And the World card. Haha. Okay. And the World, again, talks about reputation and how people see you, which I do think is one of the most important things to them at this time. So Queen of Cups comes out in reverse, and we have the Page of Pentacles, forgive me, in reverse. So someone who can't keep a lid on their emotions, who doesn't have control of their emotions, or possibly somebody, we're trying to keep a lid on something, it might be trying to come out as well, because then with the Page of Pentacles, it's like I keep throwing money at it and it's not enough money. So maybe it's possible that somebody knows the truth and they want to come out with it, and we keep trying to offer them money so that they won't, because then the World card comes out. I am going to clarify again though, because I didn't get any swords there, and swords would be like coming out to the media for me. What is the Queen of Cups in reverse? Daughter of Cups, more cups. Okay, so Page of Cups. What is the Page of Pentacles? I'm just going to wait and get the cards, and then we'll see how they look together. What is the Page of Pentacles in reverse? Oops, that was a lot, so I'm not going to take them. What is this Page of Pentacles in reverse? Three of Cups. Planning again, collaborating, discussing, strategizing. A lot of cups here, a lot of emotions. I think there are a lot of different opinions, a lot of people who feel like they have a say in what happens here. This could also represent wanting to present as a happy family of three. That's very important. Clarify the World card for me, please. The number 3 is coming out prominently here. Clarify the World for me, please. Six of Swords. Oh, and it's got a rainbow. Okay, so we may be, again, and this, I've had this in another reading too, with the rainbows. Rainbow is a bridge between heaven and earth for me. We talk about the rainbow bridge when a pet dies, that kind of thing. So it's significant to me that we've got this card of travel or moving on from, and there's a rainbow here. It still feels to me, that's to clarify the World card, it still feels to me like we're trying to figure out how to navigate or control that narrative to where the truth that the world gets to see is going to be different from the actual truth. I don't know that we'll ever know the actual truth. It does look like something may allegedly like happen with Archie, and we're going to put out a story that he has passed on, is like the gentlest way that I can say that. It makes me uncomfortable to read on this. I think I told you before in a previous reading, because I get this kind of answer. It looks like right now, you know, we're not going to pay any more money for this person to stay quiet. So now we have to think of another plan. Emotions are involved here. And this, it's funny because this card is usually a card of celebration. It's a card of, you know, like girls' night out, but it could be partying. It could be drinking also. There is, I feel, a Princess Diana connection here. Her name is being tossed around. I know that when they said when they considered baby names, right? If it was a girl, they were going to name Diana. They were going to put Diana in there. There may be disappointment that they weren't able to do that. Clarify this Queen of Cups one more time for me with the Daughter of Cups. What is the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Daughter of Cups? Queen of Cups in reverse and the Daughter of Cups. I feel like there was some disappointment because a son didn't really fit into the story they were trying to build there. Yeah. 10 of Swords. So I'm going to go back to this here. 10 of Swords is overkill. It's not serving them at this time, I don't feel like, to show Archie, to do anything with Archie. There's a lot of things that could be represented here as well. I do still feel like, and again, I said it in a previous reading, they're sort of trying to affect your memory, my memory, the public's memory of Archie and what's accurate there by keeping us confused and not having him out very often, so that the next time we see him, we won't question his size. We don't remember the last time we saw him. We won't question his appearance because we've only seen like 3 pictures. You know, it feels like a manipulation game kind of, and something that they're trying to just piece it together until they can get to the point where they say, you know, this has happened, or, you know, here's what's going on with Archie. I hate to say that, but that's what it looks like. What other questions? I'm just looking at you guys' questions. Oh, Met Gala. Why Met Gala over the Oscars? I think she put it out there. She wanted to go to the Oscars, and they said, no, thanks. We're not really interested in that. She would have been the only thing talked about there, and that's not really how they do that. It's not what anybody there would have wanted. I feel like the people that are in charge of the Oscars, and again, this is me speaking intuitively, but I feel like they're not going to put out the whole of Hollywood to ingratiate themselves to one person, and they don't even know the benefit they might receive from it. They don't know if she's going to be worth anything to anybody once she doesn't have any kind of title or status. I don't think it was a risk they were willing to take with all the other big names and big stars and big business and big money and partnerships and collaborations in the room. I think that's why that decision was made. But Met Gala is a much more frivolous thing. You know, Kim Kardashian goes, her sisters go. They have random people there all the time. It wouldn't really affect what they do. It would actually sort of help them out, probably. Hierophant just fell out. Interesting. Because that comes up for me as the church a lot. But mentorship, authority, divorce. It may be a way that she announces, because this guy looks like he's giving an announcement. Maybe the way that she announces divorce or separation. Does Meghan want to go to the Met Gala? Is she wanting an invitation to the Met Gala? What can you tell me about the plans there or the thinking behind that? What do you know? I want to be celebrated. Didn't work that first time. Not getting what I want. It's not happening. I would like to ride through the streets and you guys throw roses to me and tell me I'm beautiful, and take two is kind of what it feels like. The Met Gala feels like a place where I can be and will be celebrated and photographed and really noticed. What else can you tell me about Meghan and the Met Gala? Money. So she may be compensated for that appearance. They may be compensated. Anna Wintour, whoever puts on the Met Gala, may be compensated handsomely, or it could be sort of a handshake type of deal where everybody makes money on that. So she gets to be in the spotlight, and there's money involved as well. So that's really the thinking there. And then with this card popping out in the beginning is very interesting. I think I'm going to clarify that Hierophant card. It's also, this card, it has a secret society feeling to it. And I bring this up because, it looks like the Catholic Church and all of that. And the Met Gala in recent years past has sort of made fun of the Catholic Church and Christianity. And the costumes and the themes and stuff have been really questionable. Illuminati, things like that. There have been a lot of questions about Meghan involved in those kind of things as well. So she might already be in that with them, or they just think she's a really good fit for it. Clarify the Hierophant card for me, please. What is the Hierophant representing? Clarify the Hierophant card for me, please. Initiation. I just heard the word initiation, which tells you some things, doesn't it? Ha! Ha! Guys, the Hierophant comes out with the Ace of Pentacles, and they fell out together, and I have the Hierophant and the Ace of Pentacles down here. So this is blessed, loud confirmation from Spirit and my guides that secret society, there is secret knowledge here. She's willing to sing and tell secrets possibly in exchange for that invitation, or she's being invited to join. She may already be a member, and there's money involved here. Could be very lucrative for Meghan. This could be very, very lucrative for Vogue and everybody else involved there. Also, I don't know what goes on behind closed doors at galas like this, but I do feel like there could actually be some ritual type things going on there. And then of course she would be involved there. Okay. Wow, I got goosebumps. Wow. I don't know. Wow, that I've had personal readings the last couple of weeks, like just been super booked up, and thank you guys because I love doing those for you. I haven't had many like super confirmations like that before, so I'm just like I'm not ready to put these back in the deck because I'm just looking at this and looking at this like there are things we don't know about that go on in this world, okay? And if you do some reading, if you do some internet research, you can find some things. I think we have theories and we won't ever really know about who's running things and the secret knowledge and the, you know, the secret things that go on, but they do go on. And a lot of it's about money and a lot of it's about greed. And then this card sits right in the middle. I want you to celebrate me. I want to be celebrated. Ooh. What other questions do you have? The true nature of Meghan and Marcus's relationship. I was wondering this myself, so let's ask that one next. I'm going to make sure that I shuffle these well. The deck gets a little bit sticky because I live in a place where it's humid anyway, and then it's just been raining nonstop, so they kind of stick together a little bit. What is the nature of Meghan Markle and Marcus Anderson's relationship? Okay. I feel like they bonded over some hard times or some struggle times. We have the Five of Pentacles that comes out in reverse. They may have met during a time when they both were just starting out or trying to scrape things together, trying to come in from out of the cold, trying to be accepted into inner circles. And let's just see what else comes out. Meghan and Marcus's relationship, please. What is the true nature of Meghan Markle and Marcus Anderson's relationship? That's a mouthful. Star card in reverse. Again. Card of Aquarius. Card of healing and nourishment, but it would feel sort of like a distorted healing and nourishment. And then the Three of Swords comes out in the upright. Third party situation. So I had the Five of Pentacles come out in reverse and the Star card in reverse. Okay, I feel like this indicates that they were together at the beginning of their respective careers, if you want to call them careers. To some people use the word grifter to describe. This would definitely look like two grifters to me. And the reason it's in reverse is because they wanted to change that situation, or they were both starting to come out of that situation when they met. But similar backgrounds there and similar goals, I feel like. So that would be why they're bonded so closely. Clarify this Five of Pentacles in reverse for me, please. What is this Five of Pentacles in reverse? Oh, I wanted to mention, I will be doing your Patreon readings today. I had technical difficulties because thanks Mercury retrograde. But I'm going to work on those today and have them out. So if you're not following on Patreon, please go over there and check that out. I had the Five of Pentacles come out again. Spirit's really talking today. Yeah, so Father of Pentacles was the first one that came out to clarify. Handler, financial advisor. I have a scheme because this looks like, you know, thoughts. All of my energy is focused on how to acquire more money, how to achieve that, how to become that. Clarify the Star in reverse, please. What is the Star in reverse? Okay, I had a lot of cards come out, but we're going to look at them. Nine of Pentacles, money, creating a nest egg, building wealth. Five of Swords, gosh, okay, self-harm. Could be cutting off your nose to spite your face. The Strength card is Meghan's card, Leo. Since we're talking about the nature of their relationship, this could be a breakup. Somebody split up someone else or help someone dissociate from someone else. It could also be like split personalities. This could also show that they're two halves of the same worm. What is the Three of Swords, please? Clarify the Three of Swords for me, please. Judgment. Reaching the highest of highs together. It definitely feels like a Svengali type energy. Like, follow me, my child. One more card for the Three of Swords. Thank you. Oh, and Five of Cups. Grief, sadness, loss. So I have the Three of Swords. Then I have Judgment, and then I have I'm holding these up to show you there's no emotion here. With this deck here, emotions are represented by the colors. So when we have the very colorful cards, we have emotions represented: passion, joy, love, creativity, hope, anything like that. The black and white cards mean that there's no emotion involved there. This is purely logical. This is purely, even though this is a cups card, it's just a very empty feeling. And they have 4 5s in just this spread. I have the 5 of Pentacles clarifying the 5 of Pentacles. I have the 5 of Swords. I had the 5 of Cups. They came together to change some things. I feel like they came together, their main purpose, all these 5 of Pentacles and Pentacles cards, they came together to get rich. They recognized, I think, in each other similar energies. And they knew that they could present her a certain way and line their pockets. And then it does look like there's a third-party situation here. But the 5 is a number of change. I feel like they came in to like they're purposely disturbing things and stirring things up, stirring the pot. That's the current nature of their relationship. But, you know, romantic, I would say yes. I don't see anything that indicates like an actual love relationship. But with these cards being black and white here, and also with this one here, the only emotion we have here is about money. So it could be that neither one of them is capable of actual love or feeling love or affection for someone in that way, which would explain why they're bonded. Okay, that could be the thing that they recognized in each other, if that makes sense. How is Harry feeling? Let's take a look. Because the news says he's feeling great, and just call me Harry. Just call me H. But I don't think that that's true. Do you guys think that that's true? He doesn't look good. He doesn't look nourished. When you're, you know, I call it fat and happy. When you first get married and you gain, like, it's kind of like the freshman 15 all over again, because your wife or your husband is cooking for you a lot, and you guys are like snuggling up and staying home, and you gain a bunch of weight. He's done the opposite. He looks very, very thin to me, and his face looks really drawn. How is Harry feeling right now at this time? How is Prince Harry feeling? Can I still call him Prince Harry? I can, right? He's always Prince Harry because he was born into it, right? How is Prince Harry feeling right now? How is Prince Harry feeling? Yeah, conflicted, arguing, fighting. 5 of Wands in the upright. What else can you tell me for how Harry is feeling? Judgment again. And I feel like he misses his home. This card comes up for me to represent going back to England, wanting to go back to England, possibly hearing the call. Okay, Judgment's about rebirth, reawakening, having a second chance. This could be wanting a second chance. How else? How is Harry feeling? What else can you tell me? Well, I don't know if that was in reverse or not, but 9 of Cups. So narcissism or dreams come true, wishes fulfilled. If it was in the reverse, it'd be the opposite of that, though. So I'm going to clarify it because I don't know if you guys saw it when it flipped out, but I didn't see it when it flipped out. So could be either. Manipulated, possibly, like a fool. One more card for this, please. For the 9 of Cups and the Fool, just so that I get a full understanding. Magician in reverse. Yeah, so these are not good cards, positive cards in this case. It wouldn't feel like. The Fool sometimes is new journeys, hope, optimism, things like that. But coming out after conflict and missing his home and maybe wanting to go back there or waiting till it's time to go back there, could be that as well. Then we have manipulated, feeling like a fool. And then Magician in reverse means I cannot bring into my life the things that I want to. I am unable to manifest. So that would go with the wishes fulfilled in reverse. He feels impotent would be a word that I would use here. Unable to. I feel like he feels out of control in his life and he expected to feel in control. And I could read these a different way and say that, you know, again, that he feels conflicted because this feels now, his new life, the second chance, feels exactly like it did before. Like, hey, so I went from being under this control to being under this control. This is still shitty. I'm still not getting to be just myself. I'm still not getting to make decisions. What else can you tell me about how Harry is feeling? How is Prince Harry feeling at this time? How is Prince Harry feeling right now? What's going on with them? Now, this card comes out a lot for Harry. This is a leap before you look. This is Fools Rush In. It could be angry too. It could be, you know, that Knight of Swords in the traditional deck. He looks very angry. Even the horse's face, the horse that he's riding, looks angry as they're like sort of riding into battle, swooping down with information, ready to stab someone, feeling stabby. What else for Harry and how Harry's feeling, please? Ready to take action, wanting to take action, wanting to move on something. Mother of Swords, Queen of Swords. So Queen of Swords comes out a lot for me as Queen Elizabeth. You guys already know that. I need to point out the similarities here. Okay. It could be that he's feeling like he's matured now that he's got some information. It could be that he wants to deliver some information to the Queen. He could already be feeding information to the Queen. I know this is not about how he's feeling, but there don't seem to be feelings involved here as much as logic, and this is a communication. Owls are nocturnal. They see things. Maybe he's, you know, awakening. Maybe his eyes are open now with this Judgment card. Maybe he's starting to see the error of his ways. One more card for Harry and what's going on with him at this time. So done. I'm so done. I'm exhausted. This was a terrible idea. The cycle is ending. This would indicate that he feels like he did this to himself, though. Let me hold these up for you guys. So when I ask about feelings and I get all of these cards, it indicates to me there are currently no emotions involved, or we're not making any emotional decisions, which is a little surprising for Harry because he does tend to, I think, you know, act in haste due to things that he's feeling. But this is all kinds of communication. This would be Harry. This is probably the Queen. It doesn't have to be. It could be another female air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But something about this communication, or what he's wanting as communication, is leaving him feeling drained and over it, like totally done. I was just looking at my chart right now to see if there are any air signs that are close to him. I don't really see. Not that are close. Sophie's an Aquarius. I don't see any others. So probably that's the Queen. He's feeling conflicted because this new life is not, this was not the fairy tale that I was sold. And I do feel like he feels very much like, well, I was under her thumb and now I'm under her thumb. So how did I do anything? It's just geography, right? And I also feel like, you know, we talked about before, he hasn't maybe healed the things inside him. So literally all he did was like move from that location to that location. But all of this stuff is still churning. So there's that. I can't see how long I've gone. I hope this like hasn't gone on like super, super long, but let's see. One more question, I think. He had lunch with the Queen yesterday. Really? Well, good. I hope that that's true. Individually. What does the Queen think of them individually? Okay. What does Queen Elizabeth think of Charles, Camilla, and Meghan? I'm just going to lay them all out in the same question. What does the Queen think of Charles? Take both of those. What does she think of Camilla? What does she think of Meghan? Whoa. So then for Meghan, like 15 cards pop out, but I'm just going to hold them all up and we'll see what we have. We have the Sun card. So that's illumination. It could be a card of representing Archie, we have Justice card. We have Queen of Pentacles. We have Five of Cups. We have the Hermit. So when the Queen thinks about Meghan, she thinks about all of the stuff she knows about her. She thinks about justice, exacting justice, the legal ramifications, possibly divorce. She thinks about a woman who treasures her money. She thinks about Harry and is sad. And these are all things we already know, but I love that sometimes Spirit really speaks through the cards like that. When I asked how does the Queen feel about Charles, we have the Ace of Swords and the Six of Cups in reverse. I think she thinks that he's a fine man now, but maybe that he didn't handle his responsibilities as a father very well, because this is a card of children. It can also be, you know, his childhood. A lot of times this Ace of Swords represents the monarchy, so this might represent, you know, feeling ready or preparing to hand him the reins of the monarchy. I might clarify that. And then for Camilla, I think she thinks she's a gossip, because we have the Three of Pentacles there. Well, but Three of Cups is more of a gossip card. Could be a schemer, though. She might think that Camilla whispers, goes behind her back on some things. Let's see. Third party situation. Clarify the Ace of Swords and Six of Cups in reverse for how the Queen feels about Charles. Please clarify these. Please make it very clear. Ace of Swords and Six of Cups in reverse. How does the Queen feel about Charles? Conflicted again. Possibly could also be that she wants, you know, to retire, maybe hand him the monarchy, or she doesn't want to. She wants to look at his children or something like that. One more for Charles. I feel like she might blame Charles for some of the current issues going on with Harry. That's what that feels like. Because this card is the one that's really sticking out to me here. I feel like the Queen loves Charles. She thinks that he'll be fine as a king. They've had a lot of discussions about his policies and where he would be moving forward. I think that she thinks that he tells the truth. He's an honest man. But he didn't do right by his kids. And that maybe still sticks with her. Clarify the Three of Pentacles for Camilla. What is the Three of Pentacles for how the Queen feels about Camilla? What else can you tell us? Father of Pentacles. So maybe Camilla's materialistic a little bit. Stable. She could also be somebody that is frugal, is another way to read that, which would be a good thing. Down to earth. It's the King of Pentacles, so it's not necessarily about money. It could also be, I'm just saying money because we have two Pentacles cards that come out, but it could be earth energy as well. Camilla is a Cancer, so she's not earth energy, but this could be, she's very stable, she's very grounded, she's very grounding. She's dependable, she can be trusted maybe. Moon card. Oh, and the Moon card came out when I said she's a Cancer. She keeps our secrets. I don't know that she's extremely fond of Camilla, but I think she thinks she's fine. The best little answer came out for me with all of these cards for Meghan. Let's see if I can hold them all up for you. I'm so amused at myself. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Okay, so here are all of the cards when I say, how does the Queen feel about Meghan? We've got, you know, something about Archie. We've got, she's more worried about her money. We've got justice. Maybe the Queen is hoping for justice there. We've got sadness, and we've got Harry. So interpret that as you like, but that's very much on her mind when she hears the word Meghan. Heard Meghan had some of her eggs frozen. I still get, I have always gotten infertile, and it's not even one of those things. Sometimes the answers are not black and white, and even when I'm sitting here reading for you guys, sometimes I don't get like a yes or no, or it's going to happen in June. And I know that that's frustrating for you. It can be frustrating for me as well, but sometimes that's just not how it works. But with Meghan, I have always gotten, she can't have babies, she can't have babies, she can't have babies. I feel barren. I almost get an image of something being scraped out in that area years ago. I feel like she can't have children. I don't know what other readers say about it, but that's how I feel about it. Doesn't mean that I'm right. I'm not perfect or right about everything all the time, but that's what I think. Anyway, I'm going to go now and work on your Patreon readings for March, since I'm so late on those, and they should be posted up later today. If you're already a subscriber, you'll get a notification, I think, when those are posted. And thank you for those of you who are over there and following me there. I appreciate you very much. If you want a personal reading, you can email me, tarot.goddess@yahoo.com. I am pretty open after Thursday morning, so if you want a reading, I'm able to do that for this weekend or next week. I love you guys a ton. Let me know what else you want me to read on. If you have additional questions, leave them in the comments, and I will try to get to them on the next one. I will probably do this again next Wednesday at the same time, if this time worked for most of you, many of you. If you prefer a different time, let me know, and I'll try to accommodate that as well. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.